Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Gloria Gaynor.
Hey, what's
Or
up?
I should say the mermaid, shouldn't I?
Maybe.
What is going on? I mean, listen, you are the godmother of disco. You have 2 Grammys. You're in the Dance Music Hall of Fame. I Will Survive is one of the biggest songs of all time. What drew you? What drew you to this competition, The Masked Singer?
Well, I mean, I've seen it a number of times. I don't see it as often as I'd like to because I travel so much. But I'd seen it and it just looked like a lot of fun. And, I wanted to know if people will be able to recognize my voice without seeing my face.
Did people you know in your life, were they reaching out to you saying like, I know that's you, or no one reached out to you that you know as friends?
One of my best friends did. Yeah. She was like, I know that's Gloria. I know that's Gloria. Yeah.
You're like, I know it's you. So you were a fan of the show before you joined? You used to watch it from time to
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Did you have any reservations in joining? I mean, you're a singer, but it's still a mask and it's a different thing,
Mhm.
right?
No, I didn't have any reservations. I just thought it would be fun.
And was it fun?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Do
Yeah.
you think like singers have an advantage? Like I've talked to so many singers that have gone through the competition. I've gotten so many different answers to this question. I'm just curious. Like, do you think like you have an advantage because you're a singer, or is it almost like a disadvantage because like certain things and you almost have to unlearn them? Or I don't know.
I think it probably depends on how you approach it. If you approach it with that kind of intimidation, then you're gonna yield to that, and it's gonna be difficult for you. But if you just, I just went there with the attitude, just have fun. I didn't really care what the outcome was. I just wanted to be on the show, be a part of it, the fun and the intrigue. There was so much intrigue, you had to be all covered up and everything when you approached the theater, the studio, and when you went from the dressing room to any other part of the studio, you had to be all covered up, and so people couldn't even see the color of your skin. It was fun.
That sounds like fun.
Uh,
Well, I Will Survive is one of the biggest songs of all time, one of the biggest disco songs of all time. Is this true that it started originally as a B-side?
oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because the record company had asked me to record another song, that they'd gotten a new president over from England, and he'd had a hit with this song in England. He wanted to repeat that here, and he specifically wanted me to record it. So he sent me out to LA to record that song. And when I asked the producers what was going to be the B-side, they first said, well, they didn't know because they hadn't really chosen one yet. They asked me what kind of songs I like. And I said, well, I like songs that are, have good, strong lyrics, meaningful, touch people's hearts, have good melodies. And they said, we think you're the one we've been waiting for to record this song that we wrote 2 years ago. So I realized then that I read it and I was like, what are you, stupid? You're going to put this on the B-side? This is a hit song. So
You could tell because like hindsight's 2020, but you could tell. You're like, I think this
I
is
could tell
something.
right away because I had surgery on my spine. I was standing there recording in a back brace and hoping that I'd survive that. And my mother had passed away a few years prior, and hoping I'd survive that. And so this song was very encouraging and uplifting and inspiring to me. So,
And especially, like, look, we're in like a different world now, and it's, but that was just such a strong anthem, like especially for women at that time. It
yeah,
really was way far ahead of a lot of other things that were happening at that time.
absolutely.
It certainly has gotten me through a breakup or two. I can tell you that. Like, what is it about the song that you just think people can't get enough of? Is it that it's so empowering and it starts and it just builds?
It's all of that. It celebrates the tenacity of the human spirit. And you get that whether you could verbalize that or not. You get it in your spirit, and the song just, it's like cheers you on, to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, to get through whatever you're trying to get through, get past whatever you're trying to get past, So
It applies to a lot of situations,
oh
right?
yeah.
Do you remember, like, when it then went from the B-side and got radio play? Like, do you remember, like, was your life like changed overnight? Was it gradual? Am I making this too, like, before and after? Like, do you remember that first moment of like, whoa, like life is about to change?
Well, yeah, because I mean, I this was an international hit. Okay, I'd had hits before, but they weren't international. The other songs became international after I Will Survive, because when a person gets a hit song, if the listener is hearing that person for the first time, they want to know, is this person new? Maybe they're not. What else have they done? Maybe they had something else that I like. And so my other recordings began to build in their sales and appeal and scope. And so, yeah, things changed a lot for me.
That's what I would think. What about, the song has been covered so many times. Did you hear the Demi Lovato Angry Birds version of this? Demi Lovato does a cover in the Angry Birds movie.
No, I don't think I've heard that yet.
It's
No,
great.
I've heard. I mean, the song has been recorded by other artists over 200 times. So, and I've heard a lot of them, but certainly not all of them.
Is there some artists, like, some of like the current like chart toppers, like I think of like Beyonce or like Rihanna or lead, like, do you have one person where you could say, if you could choose, like, I would like that person to record this song, like, just to see how it comes out?
Well, I think that everybody that I'd like to hear recorded has already recorded it. I mean, it's been done by Dinah Ross and Aretha Franklin, maybe Gladys Knight. She hasn't done it.
That would
Yeah,
be good.
yeah.
That would be good. What about, like, what do you think of current music? Like, do you have like a favorite? Like, do you like current music? I mean, I'm not so up on current music, so I'm not judging at all. I go back to the 70s and 80s and 90s when it comes to my regular airplay.
Well, I mean, I hear things from time to time. I don't, seek it out, the modern music, because everybody likes the music from their time and their era, and you may go a few years beyond that, but the music of today is like what, 40 years from what I'm used to hearing. So there's a song or two here and there that I hear, like a Love Unstoppable and like I'm Gonna Lose You, those songs, and those are the kinds of songs that I really enjoy. But like you, I'm not really that up on the music of today.
So you're not like into the Harry Styles and following his every move or any of this, like.
Well, I did see when he did my song and did it with Lizzo, and I'm like, excuse me, did you forget somebody? But which was nice to see, a younger generation not just liking the song and listening to the song, but actually performing it. I find it's flattering to me, I think.
Absolutely.